The Nebraska Investment Finance Authority, providing Nebraskans with a broad range of financial resources to meet their affordable housing needs. The information you're about to receive is available on our website, www.nifa.org. It's certainly a moment worth capturing on film, escorting your clients across the threshold of their very first home. For a new homeowner, there's nothing more exciting, and for a real estate agent, nothing more gratifying. That's why we're here too. NIFA is committed to creating affordable housing opportunities for Nebraskans, providing new beginnings and years of special memories. We value our relationship with real estate professionals and want to provide you with the best resources possible to help first-time buyers find quality, affordable housing. It's an important step in building positive, lifelong relationships with clients who likely will turn to you when it's time to move to their next residence. Buying a home for the first time can be overwhelming. That's why families trust real estate agents to put their minds at ease, not only by finding them a home that fits their lifestyle, but more importantly, one that fits their budget. It's an exciting major life change that you will see them through. A great deal of NIFA's success rests firmly on your shoulders. You are a powerful voice, a trusted resource that clients look to for guidance from beginning to end. As you walk them through the home buying process, building partnerships with families and lenders along the way, we rely on you to make NIFA a crucial part of the equation. Taking advantage of our low-interest rate and down payment assistance programs allows you to make sales that may not otherwise happen. Know that as you make strides toward a sale, NIFA staff is available to address questions or concerns you have along the way. Here's a snapshot of the best way to access NIFA products, as well as information on home buyer and property requirements. A good way to start the process is by asking your potential homebuyers to meet with a NIFA participating lender and become pre-qualified. This involves having your client undergo a review of their credit history, be provided with a good faith estimate of fees and closing costs, and learn the amount that they are eligible to borrow. The potential home buyers will also learn if they qualify for NIFA financing. It's easy to determine. There are 4 requirements. The buyer must meet the definition of a first-time home buyer, meet certain income limits, and must occupy the home being purchased. The home to be purchased must also meet the program purchase price limits. First, your client must be a first-time home buyer, which is an individual who has not owned and occupied a property as their primary residence in the past 3 years. The client doesn't always have to be a first-time buyer, however. There are exceptions in the case of loss of residence by divorce, natural disaster, or forced job relocation, and if the home buyer is purchasing a house in a federally targeted area. Typically, these are older neighborhoods in Lincoln and Omaha designated for revitalization. The buyer must also meet income limits, which are divided into 2 categories: families with 1 to 2 persons and families with 3 or more. When figuring household income, the buyer's income isn't the only income considered. Household income includes sources of income for all adults 18 years and older residing in the property. In federally targeted areas, income limits are higher. A potential buyer can make more money and still qualify for NIFA financing. The price of the home factors into NIFA financing too. Limits vary throughout the state and again are higher in targeted areas. Eligible properties include both newly constructed and existing properties. The purchase price may include costs beyond the cost of the structure itself. The purchase price of the property is the cost of acquiring the property as a completed residential unit. In certain situations, home improvement repairs are included in the purchase price and may be financed in the loan. When the buyer and seller are related, certain additional rules apply when determining the purchase price. If that's the case, NIFA will consider the purchase price of the residence to be the greater of the contract purchase price or the appraised value. NIFA finances more than traditional single-family homes. 2 to 4 unit properties that are at least 5 years old may also be eligible. Purchase price limits for these properties will vary. Remember that all properties must be used as the home buyer's primary residence. On 2 to 4 unit properties, at least one of the units must be owner-occupied. NYFA offers a variety of homebuyer programs, including low-rate mortgages and down payment and closing cost assistance. The regular single-family program provides loans at interest rates typically below market rates. The Homebuyer Assistance Program, or HUBA, goes one step further. With a minimum investment, it provides qualified buyers with down payment and closing cost assistance, and therefore has a slightly higher interest rate than the regular program. The additional financial assistance is structured as a second mortgage, but it does not require an additional payment and will be fully satisfied after a prescribed number of years. A partial payback for this loan is triggered if the owner sells or refinances during this period. NYFA will not subordinate the second lien position to home equity or debt consolidation loans. Generally, all NYFA loans have a 30-year term with fixed interest rates and do not carry any prepayment penalties. Loans are assumable if the person assuming the loan meets all the same NYFA program requirements as the original borrower. Financing options include conventional loans as well as government products such as FHA, Federal Housing Administration, USDA-RD, U.S. Department of Agricultural Rural Development, and VA, Veterans Administration. Partnering NYFA's low rate with these financing options creates affordable loans for qualified buyers and, in turn, provides additional opportunities for you to make a sale. There's a potential, although rare, recapture tax imposed on NYFA program loans by federal tax laws of which homebuyers need to be aware. Each of the following events must occur to trigger a payment of the recapture tax by the borrower. The home is sold within the first 9 years of the closing date. The homeowners realize a gain on the sale of the home as defined by the IRS, and the homeowner's income has significantly increased since closing and therefore exceeds limits established by the IRS. If there is a tax, it's not collected at the time of the sale, but instead when filing a federal tax return for the year in which the sale occurred. The borrower receives a disclosure form at the time of loan application and loan closing. The document includes the information needed to assist in determining if and when a potential recapture tax may be due. While NYFA does not originate loans, we do provide an extensive list of NYFA participating lenders that are located throughout Nebraska. These lenders can provide your clients with more specific information and details on the cost of NYFA's products. For example, lenders in the program may charge the borrower a loan origination discount fee as set by NYFA. Additional closing costs may vary depending upon the type of financing option selected, but are limited to what is reasonable and customary in the industry. NYFA also requires the seller to pay a tax service and warehouse fee, and allows the seller to pay all or part of the borrower's closing costs and prepaid expenses. Loan underwriting guidelines will determine the amount of costs that a seller can pay. Once a seller has accepted an offer on the property, the buyer applies for the loan through the NYFA participating lender. At this point, the lender locks the interest rate by using NYFA's internet-based lender online system. The lender is then responsible for closing the loan. While finding the right property for an eager first-time buyer can be challenging, NYFA strives to make the process easier by providing several low-interest financing options. In addition to statewide real estate agent training, NYFA provides information online. Our website details financing program guidelines, including a list of our participating lenders and up-to-date income limits, purchase price limits, mortgage rates, and NYFA targeted area maps. Sign up to receive email updates on the latest news from NYFA. We encourage you to call anytime with questions, too, or request printed brochures and booklets tailored to first-time home buyers. We rely on you to inform clients about the Nebraska Investment Finance Authority and all we have to offer, and hope you come to rely on us as a valuable resource. Selling homes is about building relationships between you, the buyer, and the lender. Let NYFA assist you in making memories by completing the picture.